Oh boy, the Oscars have come and gone. Woo woo. Oh, who cares, man? Who really cares this year? Because I really fucked up. So, look, yeah, the Oscars have come and gone and whatever. But I seem to have a problem this year with the whole gambling aspect of it all this year, because usually every year I get at least 4 out of 5 right. And this year I got 0 out of 4 right. So fucking whoop-de-doo, that's money down the drain, yay. And each nomination that I put through didn't win because of Everything Everywhere All at Once. God damn it, you motherfucker. Keeps snabbing all the noms. Nothing for Tar, nothing for Banshees, nothing for The Fabelmans. Oh god, I thought that might have even won Best Picture and I was completely clueless. Although I wasn't clueless, I do my research, and this is what I get anyway. But you know what? It doesn't matter because, I'm unlucky. I do feel unlucky. I feel I have unluck now, and that's why I didn't quite nab it this year. Anyway, that film won. Whoop-de-doo. Who gives a crap? At least this year. Although last year, I guess, was similar. I guess, I don't know. But, like, this year did seem to be a film that, like, won big. And it was a film that wasn't, like, really Oscar baity. It was Oscar baitery. It was, like, just a film that came out and then just happened to, I don't know, have a lot of Oscar season money behind it and whatever. Good for you. Because it came out, like, mid last year. So... yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought up until maybe a week ago, or a few days ago, you know, I knew it was going to win Best Picture, but I still voted against it, just in case I can get those nice little... But no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So fuck me. Let's see how I go next year. I can't do any worse, unless I lose even more money. Hooray. Oh, man. You know, this... man... I was just uploading the newest bloody fucking episode, and like I'm muttering under my breath, "Fuck you." I don't have enough "fuck you" YouTubes in. No, I have plenty to go, and I have an infinite amount, but that's still not enough for YouTube because I just can't. I cannot believe, as I'm muttering under my breath, "Fuck you, YouTube." I get fucked twice. They fucked me twice now. So first of all, I don't understand why like you have 2 or more emails associated with YouTube, right? So you have multiple channels. So you can easily used to be able to easily switch between one channel and another. Like all you got to do is just click the thing at the top and then click the channel and that's it. You don't even need to sign in. You don't need to sign out and then sign back in again. It was so fucking easy. It was so easy. So I guess there must have been an issue with that. I guess there must have been an issue somewhere in the world and someone got fucked over. Or maybe it's just YouTube doing as YouTube does and YouTube just making the website as shitty as they can. Just making it as shitty as they like. Just, let's just shit this around. I don't know why they do it, but you can't do that anymore. Is there a reason? Why can't now I have to sign out, sign back in, fucking put in my password, look up the fucking password, put in the fucking password, and then I gotta do the whole process again when I'm done. Fucking, what's the issue? What is the issue? They don't even tell you. They don't give a fuck. So as I'm going through all that, signing in and signing out and all this horse shit, as that's happening, as I am vocally saying, fuck you, YouTube, I get a thing saying, YouTube has had a strike against my channel, against this channel, because of like a podcast I did ages ago, the fuck race one about Juneteenth and whatever. I don't recall exactly what I said in that episode, but it wasn't hate speech, so fuck you, YouTube. It seems like any video you get hit with a report, they just take it out. They just take it off. They're just like, fuck it. They don't review shit, which is fair. Like, I don't think they can have a human eyes looking at it. They can algorithmically go over it. And YouTube, man. I think if YouTube can allow it, just have any video up on there. Like, AI could recognize, this could still be a problem, but it could recognize pornography, so anything that's, like, just for the purpose of being pornography. Like, if it's just nudity, I guess you could have your thing reviewed, but that would still cause a problem. Oh, hoy vey. But even just with, like, one thing, like, if one person reports their video, it seems like it's fucked off forever. So that's what's happened to mine, and I have a community strike. And I'm going through this being like, oh, fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you twice at the same time. Fuck you and the cunt and asshole. And as this is happening, YouTube tells me, hey, guess what? Most content creators don't get a second community strike. Oh, well, they will if your fucking rules are that, like, tight, that's stringent, where any fucking you making fun of a thing is now endorsement of that thing, because YouTube, as a soulless cunt of a robot, can't algorithmically understand satire, it can't understand parody, it can't understand sardonicism. They can't understand any of that sort of thing. So when people do that sort of thing, that's why comedy creators have such an issue. You know what? YouTube just sucks. And it's not even YouTube's fault. It's just everyone's fault. Like, the way people use YouTube, I mean, I guess it's half YouTube's fault and half your fault, you listening right now. Because cunts out there just are unbelievable. Like, YouTube's unbelievable. I mean, I've gone over this a million times already, but, like, it's just unbelievable. The 180 between self-censorship that happened. You know, people were saying any fucking thing they wanted. They could say cunt, fuck, faggot, whatever. They could say any word. Now they can barely say any words. They can't. Fuck swearing. Like, they will swear, and then they'll hit a huge fucking bleep sound to pierce your ears, because that's less offensive. But so they will still swear, but bleep it out, so fuck you. But then they won't even say words like die, or pedophile, or suicide, or ISIS, or COVID, or I don't know what, Trump. Yeah, so the 360, the 180 on this whole thing has just been insane. YouTube I still use it every day, because it's just like, hey, look, a instructional video for Video Easy back in the day. Watch this 40-minute video. It's like so stupid. And I don't watch them. I'm not stupid. But just a disappointment. Just a disappointment that YouTube's gone through over just the past few years. It's just insane. And, you know, what it's done to my channels, because I've had, 3 videos taken off my other channel, and now I've had 1 taken off this one. Okay, that sucks, but I'm not a big channel. I have 6 subscribers here. That's nothing, and I'm still having content taken down. Like, soon enough, I'm going to have more videos taken down than I have subscribers. I mean, I'm not saying anything like I'm saying, I'm going against the offensiveness. Oh my god, why am I trying to argue my point against a fucking soulless, nothing algorithm that's going to control the world and be the only sentient life form in the next 100 years? Why am I even arguing with this shit? Forget it. Fuck you, YouTube. And fuck you, Bing, while we're at it. I think Bing's trying to get back on my computer again. It's just like, fuck you. God, fucking hell, Bing. At least with Bing, I know what to do now. I can unfuck myself. Jesus Christ. So I've been thinking a lot recently about the Flash Tub. The good old Flash. Remember the Flash Tub on Something Awful? So the Flash Tub on Something Awful, I remember back in the day, from like 2004 to maybe 2012, the Flash Tub was around, and it was like almost a weekly thing. Every fucking week this guy made a Flash cartoon. for the Flash Tub, and I had a look on like the archive websites, trying to find like an archive of all these old Flash Tubs, and I found one that has like tons of videos. It must have nearly 100 videos, and that's still not enough. That's not even half of the content that's out there. Ooh. But I kind of just get the feeling that the Flash Tubs aren't embedded on the website anymore. Like ever since Richard Lotax killed himself, it just seems like Flash is no longer embedded, or ever since Flash disappeared. But yeah, just oh man, and I used to download them all the time. So fuck, I probably don't have any, because there was a way you could download them, and now you can't do that anymore. But it's like, how the fuck do you even play a Swift file if you don't have Flash? Like, I just don't know what the fuck. I don't even know how you get. Who makes Flash these days? Who gives a fuck? Anyway, well, I do. But these Flash Tubs that came out, so funny, ha ha ha, sardonic. Back in the good old days of the internet, when, content creation was for the content creators rather than being cunted with by cunts like YouTube. But back in the day, a Flash Tub that I believe, aside from all the Flashes, didn't have any of them taken down. I mean, they haven't been taken down from the website, but I don't know. It's just something to reflect upon because of the whole situation with the Flash Tub. Like, it's just one of those things where you just see your heroes very, very quickly, and yet somehow still slowly turn into not villains, but just retarded nemesis, I suppose. Because Schmorky of the Flash Tub just it seemed like he was really poking fun at like a whole lot of internet culture, like. Even, I don't know, like, putting it into media like that rather than just doing a flame war on a forum somewhere or whatever back in the day. He's actually putting it into, like, media, like this kind of criticism of this new kind of internet consumer. So the kind of people like the console wars video, or just the nerds and the dweebs all over the internet and that sort of thing. So without like getting into any specific subcultures like, I don't know, emos or incels or furries, diaper furs, or my bronies, that sort of thing. I mean, it was kind of more just generally talking about nerds and dweebs and like very not specific, very more vague internet culture. It was interesting to see how a guy that seemed to have, because he wrote most of his Flashes, who seemed to have such an incisive satirical point of view on this sort of thing, eventually succumb to it in the end. Oh, I hope this happens to me. All the things that I make fun of, well, I mostly only make fun of diaper furs, so I guess I'm going to become one, or I already am one. So, to explain, Schmorky, this Flash Tub animator, is indeed a diaper fur. So, if you don't know what that is, it means he's a furry, and if you don't know what that means, but just imagine, furryism, but with diapers. So it's like, think of a cartoon animal, but it's like pooing in its diaper, and it's like, oh, I made it stinky. And then you thinking about that or watching it are turned on and jerking off to it. That's the sort of thing that is. That's really it, I feel like I can understand it. Well, of course I do. I'm going to jerk off to it very soon. I sometimes think like bestiality isn't as bad as furryism because, I don't know, it's just real. It's like, what would you rather jerk off to? A real woman or a ugly what would you rather jerk off to? A real woman, but she's ugly, you don't find her attractive, or like an attractive hentai? I mean, I'm jerking off to that woman. I don't find any woman unattractive. But I'm still not down with the 2D. But anyway, that's Schmorky for you. It's just strange, like, And now it's been almost 10 years. No, it's been longer than 10 years since he's like retired from the Flash tub and all that kind of crap. So, man, it's just... God damn. I think, I swear to God, 2004. I mean, that's like... 400 years ago. I mean, it's literally almost 20 years ago, so... It really is something, and it's a little nostalgic to kind of like be looking back on all that sort of thing. But man, like, if anyone can tell me where I can download the rest of the Flash tub, because I can't believe I have like, maybe 200 Flash tubs. And I mean, each of them are like a minute or maybe 5 minutes long. And I wouldn't mind, watching some of the other ones that they had around. I guess some of them are on YouTube, but... Yeah, I don't know. Good old nostalgia for content made back in the day, made by people that ended up being weird. It's weird, gross. I don't know. He might have like gaslit his girlfriend or his whatever friend, his partner, their partner, whatever. I don't know. Like, it did seem like there was some sort of situation going with Schmorky, and it wasn't enough to make me care, and it wasn't like twisty enough to make me care. It didn't make me. It was just like, oh, he's out there in a trailer living his best life. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I guess there's no real good story to the end of this. All right, to end this up, so like on the last podcast, I made a joke about like the flags, like which is the best flag, and I was talking shit about some of the flags, and I made a pun about like. Flag it, what kind of flaggetry is this? Ha ha. So on the day that I made that joke, I went to a comedy club, and I wasn't there in the room at the time this happened, but there was one comedian who I like a open mic, although kind of more professional these days, I guess. I don't know who's professional. I don't give a fuck. But he was on stage, and apparently, because I wasn't there in the room at the time, but he did a joke about gays. And he made a joke about like something about the flag, and then he said that same pun, flag it. So he said that. God, I wish I was in the room to really hear this, but like apparently there was gay people at the back of the room or whatever, and they were offended. They were like, j'accuse, outrage, outrage, and then they like accidentally dropped the drink and smashed the glass and then left. But then they were like hanging around like Chabon, c'est bon, and they were getting really mad and like waving their own flag around. And it became a bit of a thing, and I was kind of just like, wow, it's amazing, like, to get hot and bothered over jokes around a pun, it's really pathetic. It's extremely pathetic. It's very childish. If you worked for me and you had this kind of attitude when you're out and about, I wouldn't fire you at all. But I'd still look down on you from that point on. Just be like, oh, you piece of shit. If I ever do find anyone of equal worth to you, you're fired, because fuck you. Yeah, I wouldn't, that's just plain embarrassing, and we do not need to listen to people like this. If they're having a go, being like, this guy was saying... He was yelling out to us, and he was saying something about, like, you want to denounce my sexual orientation. You want to denounce my, rights, my, what is it, existence, or whatever. Out of a fucking pun, out of a poon. I think, there does seem... There are jokes that I'd see where it's like there is a message in them, and maybe there was to begin with his jokes, but yes, there are jokes that have like certain messages in them, and who even cares? Who even gives a fuck if you're saying a message in a joke? But then sometimes you're contriving a joke because it's like a play on words or a pun, like fag, flag, the fag flag. You're putting the two words together to ha-ha, and it comes out with, a homophobic ha-ha. But no, it's okay because I'm not homophobic. I just hate flags. That whole thing, Yeah. No, it's very pathetic. And for this to still, like, if you were doing this 6 years ago or 8 years ago or 20 years ago, like, it's still, like, you're still doing it. Like, people like this, people just need to turn around and look at them real quick and go, like, no, just go away. Like, you shouldn't stand around and be like, no, what I really meant to say was, this is what you're not listening to me. This is what you're not getting with my joke. Like, don't even do that. It's like you're talking to people who are like, yo, Tom Hanks, he's a vampire. How do you know? You know, bro. When you know, you know. It's a bit like on that level, you know, to a degree. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, that kind of, like, what are you gonna tell him? Like, oh no, because like what I just said about, like, you know, oh, it's a word, it's like a pun. They're like, oh, okay, no, I see you don't have any serious malintent, but oh, okay, yeah, oh, I see what you mean now. Okay, no, that's never happened at a comedy club, except maybe between two comedians, not between a comedian and some, you know, fucking cunter out there being like, oh, I'm having a go at gay people using a pun. You're using puns, eh? You got a license for that pun. I bet if we were in Britain, that comedian would have been arrested. Maybe not prosecuted, but definitely arrested. The cops, the bobbies would have shown up. Ooh, 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 ooh. Like 12 of them, like storming in, like Benny Hill style, into the comedy club, and they would have nicked him. Fuck yeah. If they had done that, I'd try to take every open spot that he left. But then I'd probably get fucking jailed as well. You got a license for that N-word, mate, chappy. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than we killed those gay people. And we put them on a spit. Nice. I mean, not in a gay way, we ate them. Yeah, so, you know, really that evening turned out fine, you know. Most of the crowd weren't offended. They laughed, they had a good time, and the people that did get offended and were having a go at us and seemed to threaten some kind of violence and ill will against us, we killed them and we ate them. So all is well in the end. And yeah, man, it's like there's a decent amount of shit going on in the comedy world, and I don't mind it. I don't really mind a bit of shit, even if it's another comedian, like, you know, firing a bloody crossbow through another comedian's door or whatever. Well, okay, maybe that's pushing it. You know, any kind of comedian that does that sort of thing probably needs to kill themselves. Alright. That's a deep cut. Anyway, this has been the David Morgan Brown Experience, boy. Episode 71. And, yeah, so fuck the Oscars. Fuck stand-up comedy. Fuck the schmorky these days. Why doesn't he just do, like, or they? Why doesn't he just do flashes? I mean, dude seems super talented. I mean, he's got like a great, well, he had a great, I suppose, like, I don't know, worldview on the internet, like that early on. And then, you know, it's like kind of, where's his mind now? Like, I kind of think, like, after all those years, just with an incredible work ethic, like pumping out flashes every week, you know, he would just be getting, and you can kind of see it, you know, him getting better and better, although he always seemed to have like a hell of a talent with it. You would just think he would just be working somewhere, you know, I mean, Adult Swim or wherever, working fucking, yeah. The Simpsons, the Thompsons, the Family Guy. God, it just makes me think, like, you can be that talented and yet still not get anywhere. Fuck, man, I am totally screwed.